What's that? You loved the last video so much you wanted an extra long 2-hour video? Well, I have a treat for you. This video we're going to do two things. We're going to go to Hubris Comics, which I've been promising for a long time. We're going to buy something from one of the vendors using all the chemicals that we're making right now. And we're actually going to complete the next quest in the main storyline. I'm really excited that you're watching the series. I've had a lot of fun doing it. I actually have a couple of things in store. One is which I'm going to change the way that I'm filming, which I think will help the speed of the production. Right now I'm editing everything and doing voice commentary afterwards. Starting with the next video, I'm actually doing live commentary, and that's going to help out my production speed a lot. As you see here, I'm upgrading Lucille, adding the aluminum frame on it, and also adding some chains instead of the Lucille barbed wire. Also, just looking at what we can upgrade weapon-wise right now, and it's not a lot. So I need to get the gun nut perk, and that's going to help out a ton. So I'm also going to be upgrading our community a little bit more. Going to add a couple of things that I've been doing in my PlayStation 4 game walkthrough, and I think you're really going to like it. Now, we're also nearing the level that we need to get to in order to unlock the second perk for the local leader tree, which will allow us to build some shops and the workshops and things like that that we need.
Mark it on your map. We can use all the support we can get, so see what you can do to help.
Of course, Preston Garvey's always given us Radiant quests for the Minutemen, and I'm putting that on hold just for a little bit. I want to make sure that I get the happiness for Sanctuary Hills, and I think we did Abernathy Farms. I want to get those to close to 100 before doing a lot of the other settlements. Just want to make sure the weight's okay so that we can carry a lot of stuff. And really, when I go out on missions in my power armor, I'm not really prepared to carry a lot of stuff. It's more of I'm going to get into a lot of action and fights, so I need to have the power armor. Reginald's suit has been really helpful. Really helpful. Although I'm sad to see the tuxedo go. I keep it in my inventory just because I miss it. It was cool while it lasted. I forgot to get rid of the mods. That kind of weighs us down a little bit. So, as promised, we're going to go on a journey to Hubris Comics, which is close to Good Neighbor. Fortunately, we've unlocked some of the closer areas, including Trinity Tower, so that's going to help our journey a whole lot. Just have a couple of streets to go to. Going to try to avoid the combat zone for right now, just because they're don't want to unlock a lot of stuff. I want to wait till we are planning to go to that area, if that makes sense. Tell me what you like and don't like about the series. I'm really interested to hear what you think. Some of the things that I need to add, or places that you want me to go sooner rather than later on. So, kind of stumbled upon Hubris Comics here. It worked in our advantage. Got one of these monkeys right here that always freaks me out.
Time to die!
So we picked up this gun by completing the Trinity Tower quest, there was a legendary super mutant, I think, that had this gun, which I aptly renamed Burn When I Shoot. It burns when I shoot. And as I realized in the last video, Lucille was just not cutting it anymore. So I had to do something a little bit different. You know, we've gone all this time without really upgrading our weapons, if you think about it. And so it's really going to help if we invest some perks in the gun nut perk.
That's it.
Is it just me, or I always collect the pre-war money? For some reason, every time I see it, I get it. And we found a Jangles the Moon Monkey. I'm really excited about that. I hope to have a lot of those. Maybe I'll just fill all of Sean's room with Jangles the Moon Monkey. Just buttload of it. The ghouls have really stepped up their game since Fallout 3. I don't remember them being as fierce. Like, they were a little bit more docile, weren't they? Can't remember what they were like, but they weren't like this, I don't think.
Nice. Stuff everywhere. What humans call.
Hey, a legendary enemy. Look what this guy has. Sweet submachine gun. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it shoots rapidly. This guy's stuck behind the door. This guy's sad. I'd say strong is pretty helpful in a couple of different ways, but kind of miss dog meat, to be honest. What I want to do is keep him around at least until we have his perk. Each companion that you get will, if you build the relationship up by doing things that they like, will give you a perk. So we want to get that from strong before ditching him. Somehow, like, fell through the elevator shaft there. Totally didn't understand that the Grognak axe was on the first floor. I was like searching this entire building looking for it, and it literally behind the cashier's register.
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder. Time to die. Strong will find you and make you dead.
Strong is going at it. You know, I'd always wanted to go to Hubris Comics, and this is the first time I've been through it. There's just so much to explore in this game, and there's a lot of really cool items in this store in particular. If I'm not mistaken, Hubris Comics was also in Fallout 3. You can go to like another, maybe like corporate.
Time to die.
And by going here, we can unlock another quest that I really want to do early on in this walkthrough, just because I think it's one of the cooler quests in the entire game. I want to get that on film. Can't wait till we get the master lockpicking skill. That will really be nice. I think once we do that, and maybe the master hacking, I'll start doing zone by zone exploring. Sound like a recording studio. I hate these glowing ones. Remember that one that owned us in the sewer system? That thing was pretty fierce. I got one of his arms off. I didn't get the other one. Did you get it? Nope. And Strong is down. This is not good. Not good. Because he has his skull next to his name, which means that he's at a higher level than we are.
You hit like a rat roach.
This grenade will help. I love grenades in this game. Can't tell you how much they're overpowered. Awesome, we got both arms off. I think you could still like bite us or something, but it's not nearly as bad if he doesn't have arms. We'll just club him with our upgraded Lucille. There's still like a couple of perks to get this bat totally maxed out. I think we need to get the other blacksmith perk. Maybe something else. I guess my goal is to have all the weapons in our inventory maxed out completely to our liking. I think there's always a couple of options that you can change in the weapons, but maxed out completely to our liking. That's my requirements. So obviously this is a really cool area that they film the Silver Shroud at, and we're going to explore it. But first, look what we found.
Excellent.
Grognak costume. Increases melee strength and something else. That's really cool. We'll try that out, especially since we're a melee type character. Just want to see what's on top. There's not
No
a
cover.
whole lot up
Not
here.
good place to fight.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we cleared all of the Hubris comic store. Just want to take a look around real quick. Let's check the map. Yep, it says cleared. Good deal, good deal. And on your map, if you're following the guide, this is in zone 11. Alright, so now we can just explore and find
Strong open
everything in here.
gaze. Look around.
And since we're wearing our power suit, you can actually carry a lot more. And Strong can carry a lot too. Irradiated blood. Huh. I wonder what that does. Obviously restores your health, but I wonder... Hey, heavy sniper rifle, that would be very helpful. But I bet it gives you like a rad resistance, irradiated blood, or something like that. Always can use some duct tape. Will come in handy. And here we have the Silver Shroud costume. It's one of the main reasons I came here. That and the Grognak stuff. I wanted the Silver Shroud costume and Silver Shroud machine gun prop. So we're going to explore the world of Silver Shroud, but it's going to be in the next video. I'm sorry. But the good news is that's going to be an even longer video than this one is. I'm talking like Christmas Day 5-hour video. This will be my present to you who watch this video. Extra long footage. So you can see the Silver Shroud like posters, things like that, and there's actually a radio station that you can listen to the Silver Shroud show, but we haven't picked it up yet.
Old human junk. Worst kind of human junk.
So we can change around the audio. Let's try the static test pattern just to see what it does. So the speakers work. What's the other one? The Silver Shroud theme? Cool. Very cool. Let's try the lighting and video controls. Alright, all the cameras are down, obviously. Try max brightness. Just super bright. Wonder what the chroma key looks like. The chroma controls. It's pretty cool. It's like a rainbow effect. Kind of messes with your eyes a little bit, but we'll keep it on that just for right now. What I think would be cool in the next game is if you can go to like one of the radio stations and actually take over the radio, meaning like you could play your own songs, basically have control of the soundtrack to the game. I think that would be a cool addition. So I'm sure you can, like with mods and everything, but alright, found another magazine or comic book. What is this one? Astoundingly Awesome Tales. Do more damage with the alien blaster. Don't have the alien blaster yet, but we'll get it hopefully as soon as possible, because that is a very powerful gun in this game. The alien blaster. And it's only get it through like this random event. I think you have to unlock a couple of sequences in order to get it, and I'm not sure we've done that just yet. A couple Stimpacks. Still haven't used one. We can use those in trading, things like that. Giddy up Buttercup body. Almost have a complete one if I'm not mistaken. Don't think we can put it together though. Not yet. Awesome. Let's look at this Silver Shroud script. Can I kind of get a general idea of what the Silver Shroud is about? I guess in terms of like comic book characters, he's a lot like The Question, maybe, or kind of a crime noir Batman type character. This is really cool. Death Becomes You is the name of this episode. Boston skyline at night. Full moon lights up. Talks about the mass fusion building. Very crime noir. So if you want to read these, just feel free to pause the video. What's cool about me doing the live commentary is I actually get to read these different screens, and that helps out a ton. This is the way I want to play the game. Death Becomes You, Draft 1B. That's really cool. Let's see what's on this one. Claire can't wait. Stalling her, but the spiraling over here. Maxwell over at Derby. Not good. Claire's still on board. She loves the script, especially loves outfits. Mistress of Mystery casting. Come to my attention, you hired Claire Redale for the role of Mistress of Mystery for the TV show. This is unacceptable. That has an iconic look. She must be a brunette. MOM casting. Vivi got a hold of me before she left. I got the photos of Claire and she's dynamite. Love the alterations on the costume. I quit. Effective immediately, I quit. You can't explain to me, to Petey, how you lost the lead writer for the Silver Shroud. Good stuff. I have so much stuff in the workshop that I need to go through. Kind of see what I can trade. But I don't have the cap collector perks just yet, and of course we don't have a lot of the Tales of a Jerky Vendor. English Butler. Please help. Shannon is family. I promise you I will, yeah. Need lines. Tina, baby, we need those lines like yesterday. It talks about the monkey that jangles the moon monkey. So this is the bullpen for Hubris. I wish we could read all the comics. I think that would be awesome. Someone took the time to actually make these comics. So one of the things that we really need for our sanctuary is steel. So all these things that we're picking up will help us out. Plus it gives you a good idea about what all is in these different places. There's the Unstoppables poster that we saw, and a couple more Silver Shroud posters. I have a weird fascination with pencils in this game, and paper. Always collect those, especially like I did in Fallout 3. I think I did the same in Skyrim, but it wasn't a pencil, it was charcoal. Sorry, my southern accent comes out there when I say that. Charcoal. Alright, got pretty much everything on the top 2 floors. At this point, I still don't really know that the axe is down on the first floor. Trying to go into this area without really knowing a lot about it. Just that it has the 2 items that I really want. Silver Shroud costume and Grognak's axe and costume. I think it'd be really easy to miss these first aid boxes. They're kind of innocuous, trying to hide in the corner, like this guy that has a fancy hairbrush. That's appropriate since he was in the bathroom. Or she. Could have been a female.
Someone put junk here.
Got a Nuka-Cola Quantum here. Gotten a lot of those so far, and I plan to display them proudly at some point. Alright, manager's terminal. 10-11-77. Now an English butler? A stealth revision of the shooting script. He has an English butler? Please help. I want to pull my hair out. Claire, another complaint about the Mistress of Mystery. Vivi, relax. If it's that important to you, maybe we can pull a Claire. Okay. Found the Hubris office key. Again, desk fans are entirely useful in this game as far as scrapping stuff. Thought I saw something under there. Yeah, there it is. Silver knife or something. Telephones are also useful. They you can scrap a lot from them. And even if you don't plan on building a whole lot, you'll need the scrap to make gun parts. Steel and things like that. There is a scrapper perk, which comes in handy. Especially if you're breaking down items, you can get more from them. That will give you like screws and things like that that you need in building weapons in particular. Again, these metal buckets, they're not handy very much, and they're like 3 weight in weight, so they're pretty heavy. Not the optimal thing to pick up. This pack of cigarettes is like stuck in the terminal, but I'm determined to get them. I doubt you'll find another Let's Play of this game that's this detailed. and picking up everything. Got the Silver Shroud photograph, which we'll need later on for a quest.
Too much light.
I'm taking all of the burnt comic books, and I think the reason is I'm gonna make my character, his backstory include he restores old comics that are burnt. It's like his hobby in the wasteland. He'll get all the comics, and in his spare time, like set up this library or something like that where he can restore comics. Because he is a nerd inwardly. Grew up reading comic books, much like I did. Alright, pretty much looted everything. Guess it's time to go downstairs just to make sure we loot everything down here. We're going to pick up a bunch of burnt comics, things like that. Reason can't pick up this kickball. Usually can, but that one gave me problems. Baseballs you can turn into a grenade later on, so make sure to pick those up when you see them. And this guy had way too much fun. I love that he's wearing his sea captain's hat. Let's read his note and see what he's about. Can't believe I signed on for this. Who wants this crap? Collectors, the boss says. So who's the fool here? Them or us? So he must have dressed up. He must have been in, dressed up as like a comic book character. That's really funny. That cracks me up. Guess he came to sign comics and died. He's pretty well preserved though. If he died, I don't know, I guess that would have been after the bomb. He wouldn't have been there for 200 years. Does it make sense? There's actually another magazine or comic to pick up here. We're doing pretty well in our collection of all the different balls. For a pool table, we got a couple more pins for a bowling alley. We can actually have close to 2 bowling alleys now. Because remember we picked up all the pins and a bowling ball in the last video. So our settlers are going to have a bunch of different things that they can choose from as activities. Thought about setting up a library. Just all sorts of stuff. And I think that's one of the reasons this game is really you can replay a whole lot, because there's so much you can do. A lot of different customizations, things like that. Man, I'm so glad we picked up these sniper rifles. We've been needing a really powerful sniper rifle, and we might have just found it. Still missing a really good Raider chest piece, a hardened Raider chest. The folder is a mystery to me. I still don't know what that's for. Because you can't, it's not junk, and you just, it's just miscellaneous. Couple of more pieces of trash to give to Strong. We'll move on. I need to take that Jangles out of the workshop to make sure I don't use it. As far as like bones and things like that, kind of forget what you can use them for and making stuff. I know the skulls you can use for like the spike that has a skull on it in your sanctuary. I'll show you at some point. It's under miscellaneous, and it's this long pole that has a skull head on top. Just took off the armor just to make sure that I don't use up too much of the fusion core. Just like searching and stuff like that. Couple of baseballs, a mitt. Strong's just kind of glitching over there. I love those cutouts. Wish we could make those in our sanctuary. I'd have them everywhere. I have to say, oh sweet, Unstoppables comic. Increase damage. Sometimes I can't read that,
Why look at
so I'm
words?
looking at the screen
What
that's
they do.
not rendered yet. And for those of you following along at home, Grognak's axe is right behind us, and we'll get that. So for all the terminal stuff, I tried to fast forward so you don't have to watch me doing all the guessing and things like that. I hope you're liking the fast forward stuff. I hope I don't use it too much and that it's, you know, helping you watch this series. Should get it right there. And it's appropriately Origins was the password. Pre-orders, 95% of comic books picked up last month. Grognak ran out of Grognak twice. Kind of an inventory of all the different comics. I'd love to read Manta Man, which I'm sure is a play on Aquaman. Manta Man weren't picked up. No more pre-orders for Mr. Freely and Dover. The rest of the Manta's still in boxes. Wasn't the most popular comic. The Shrimp of Doom. Timmy's Big Adventure. Someone Must Die. Wow. I'd love to read those. New subscribers. Here's a couple of subscribers. They're doing the mail home delivery. I wonder if we've run into any of these people. The names don't look familiar right now, but maybe we run into them later on. Let's open the safe. Good deal. Still on the lookout for more of those games that we could play on our Pip-Boy and stuff like that. Get the burnt magazine. We'll come back for the axe. Those extinguishers are really heavy too. I don't know if you can get a lot out of them. So we'd already gone through the safe. We just did that other one for experience. Always do as much as you can for the experience. Of course, if you did the Idiot Savant perk, you'd probably gain a lot more experience more rapidly. Depending on the type of intelligence that you have, and I think our intelligence is fairly average, so not in too bad shape. I just want to do one more sweep to make sure we got it all. I'd say it's broken there, Dave. Tell me about your favorite walkthroughs of this game. I'm really looking forward to Major Slack's walkthrough of Fallout 4. I watched some of Tetra Ninja's stuff, and a couple along the way I've watched. Just a huge fan of walkthroughs and Let's Plays. It's one of the reasons I do this. I'd say we've gotten pretty much everything except maybe these pins. And did we get the bowling ball pins out of the trash can? No, I don't think we did yet. They were back there. See, it pays to come back, because even as thorough as I'm searching, you miss stuff. I mean, it might not be super important, but I still miss it. I've noticed that our second largest place that watches these videos is Norway. So I want to say hello to my Norway viewers. Hello? Alright. We didn't get the suitcase. It was worth it. Totally worth it to come back.
Yes.
There you go, 2 great mentats, which are very handy when you're trying to do a speech challenge. If you need to build your what is it, your charisma? Is that it? That didn't sound right. Alright, if you need to increase your charisma rapidly, great mentats are your friend. And you can make that in your chemistry set. In your chemistry station. Chemistry set. Wow. Like a kid. You can make that in your chemistry station for later on. And I almost died there. Just taking a shortcut. Do have a level up that we can use. Surely I'm going to use it on gun nuts. That would be very helpful. And check out Grognak's axe. Try to break it open.
Perfect.
It does 48 damage. And it looks awesome. So let's equip that and see what it looks like. That's like the main purpose for coming here. I wanted to improve our melee weapon. Because the last video, it was clearly evident that our weapon was lacking. We barely got out of Trinity Tower. Alright, let's pull up Grognak's axe, see what it looks like. Oh, it actually does more damage with all of our perks on. I think it does 62 damage now. This thing is legit, look at that. Well worth the trip, well worth it. Okay, so we could go to Good Neighbor and start doing the next quest that I want to do. But I'm thinking we should just go home and dump all this stuff off. I'd also like to go to a vendor and get a weapon that we saw earlier on in one of the videos. Had my eye on it for a while.
Yeah?
So in order to do that, I'm just going to drop off the power armor. Really don't need it right now. Do some repairs on it. Each time that you repair one of the parts, it's 4 steel, unless you're repairing the torso, which is a lot more. And when we do some exploring and things like that, we're going to find a lot more power armor. A lot more, in fact. So I hope to have some sort of Iron Man different mocks all around my house. I think that would be really cool. So here's the Grognak costume. Preferably without the fedora on. But what's cool is you can still wear your armor with it. Look at that. I get, like, when you take your axe out, you can't really get a good front view. But I think that's pretty, pretty spiffy. We'll see what the Silver Shroud costume looks like. I think that's all of the costume. Let's get his, that's not the submachine gun that he has, but I like that a lot better. What comic book character would you kind of classify the Silver Shroud as? The ones I came up with were the Question
Worst kind
and
Hey,
what?
is it the Mask? Not Jim Carrey Mask, but I think it's a Vertigo character. Might be wrong about that. Correct me if you know what I'm talking about. Don't want him to go around like that because while he has chicken legs, he has a pretty good thigh gap. I just don't like him around in his whitey tighties. It's kind of gross. So I'm going to dump off all this stuff. You can see we just have a bunch and a bunch of stuff. I mean, just look at the 10mm to your right. How many weapons a 10mm is that? Got 9 just regular, and at least 6 more. But just gonna fast forward this a little bit so you don't have to sit there watching me do all this, especially without upgrading the gun nut. So let's apply that perk now. Don't really have the perks for all the other stuff, so figure gun nut's the most appropriate, especially since we need to mod our weapons. So we can get when we get the gun nut perk, we can actually do all the level 1 mods for guns, which will come in handy. So immediately when you go to our weapons, we can start modding some of this. Unfortunately, you can't get this last one. You need blacksmith rank 2. We only have the first one. So all of our melee weapons will have to wait to be completely upgraded. But now we can get a couple more upgrades for our guns. And since we use 10mm a lot, let's I want to do that, upgrade that, and also one of these sniper rifles. I really want to get the sniper rifle looking pretty nice so that we can use that a lot. And maybe start transitioning into another game style. Right now our damage, whatever, the amount of damage we can take is not very good. So hopefully if we can keep our distance from enemies, that will help us. Obviously we're going to upgrade the receiver. Of course we're in the submachine gun. I need to go to maybe the shotgun, see what we could do. I like the long barrel. I think the long barrel is pretty sharp. Can't do the full stock yet. We're going to upgrade the receiver at some point. I think we need to go ahead and do it now. Look at all the steel and adhesive that we're using, but fortunately we haven't used a lot to this point, and since we've kind of stockpiled all this, we can use them all now. It's going to help us out, but really I need gun nut perk rank 2 to upgrade all these a little bit more to my liking. So anyway, that's going to help us in our battles, because we've struggled going through Trinity Tower, and even just fighting some regular ghouls, we could have done a little bit more damage. We could upgrade it to that hardened automatic, but I'm not really keen on having the automatic right now. Should I? Shouldn't I? I don't know. Remember, you can always take mods off your weapons and use them on another weapon. So that's how we went this far without really upgrading our weapons. We were able to strip the mods off other weapons that we found. So I guess I do go with the automatic. That's interesting. Of course, this is our legendary 10mm that does fire damage when we shoot. And we're going to rename that Burns When I Shoot. Just kind of has two meanings there. I like to rename stuff when I can. Makes it more personable, and it can help you find items a little bit easier when you're looking for them. So we need to actually go through and get a couple more armor perks, but also rename one of our arms. I think we don't have one of the arms classified as the badass level 1. Of course, we need more meat to help us with our healing, because I feel like we're running out of that pretty quickly, or used a lot during the Trinity Tower. So let's get on our charisma suit. Got the black rim glasses, Reginald suit. We're looking for the formal hat or the military hat, which it looks like I actually left in our workshop. So let's get that real quick before going and bartering. So we're looking for the formal hat. And also another one that does boost your charisma is the militia hat. And it looks a lot better with this outfit, I think. So I'm going to pick that up also. Militia hats. There you go. Not a lot other ones boost your charisma that high. So we have the hat, the glasses, and the suit. The suit gives you 3, the hat gives you 1, and the glasses give you 1. So we have 5 extra charisma perk points right there. Plus our initial stats of charisma, which had to be at least 6 so that we could get the local leader perk, which should give us a total of 11 charisma points. Plus, we're about to take a great mentat, which raises your charisma by 5. So right now we have 16 charisma.
I can rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you. Do you need anything?
Yeah, I want that
Sure.
really cool sword we found
All
earlier.
salvage, but nothing's junk.
General Chow's Revenge. I think that's the name of it. General Chow's Revenge. I think we've all been there. Everything else is... I know Slack really likes the one of the guns in here, but our character's a little bit more melee oriented, so I want to get the General Chow's Revenge. Been looking at that for a while. If I'm not mistaken, at some point you can get her to come back to your sanctuary. But if you remember at the start of this video, we made a lot of different chemicals, like buff jet. Look how much caps we can get just by like 7 of those. That really helps us when we're bartering. Effectively, we won't spend any money buying this weapon. And we have a lot left over. So it's kind of a mini tutorial on how to buy things without spending your bottle caps. You can make your own money, print your own money. So we're looking for another item that costs 30. I'm not terribly interested in getting all of my money back. If there's a couple of bottle caps that we're missing, that's fine. But let's see what she has for 10. Probably not a lot. Let's get all these bobble pins that are 7. They're always handy. What else? Okay, I'll tell you what we can do. We can get 1 10mm round. 1. It's not that useful, but it's a couple of caps. And the transaction is 1 bottle cap. I think we can do that. Let's check out our new melee weapon.
Never take a hit at Jet again, I swear.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad. I've taken the place of that Wolfgang guy. He was selling them all sorts of chemicals, and now I am. Is that bad? Am I a bad character because I do that? Cool, look at this thing. With this outfit, yeah, that thing is awesome. And does 53 damage. Believe it or not, Grognak's axe does do more damage, and I'm just now realizing that. But I'll use General Chow's sword a lot more than Grognak's axe, which is kind of a shame, because I like that axe a lot. Let's put our comics in here. I need to build a library to keep all the magazines and stuff. Got a lot of these burnt ones. I don't think they can go in there. Maybe they'll go on a book rack. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, there's some work to be done around here. I definitely want to upgrade. Put some lights around. Build a couple more buildings. Who are these guys? Hey.
Hello, sir.
Awesome. Got a couple more Minutemen. Slowly building a really strange army. A little bit like Tyler Durden in Fight Club. Alright, so I'm trying to find dog meat. You know, I kind of miss the little fella. I want to talk to him. But I can't find him right now. Like, looking at every house. What I don't realize, and if you have this problem, let me tell you. What I don't realize is that dog meat looks for any dog house in your sanctuary. So I knew I sent him back to Sanctuary Hills, and he went to the one and only dog house
Yes?
on this property, which is straight ahead. And I kind of got tired of looking for him. I didn't realize that
Can't remember the last time I had
he was in there.
again
They kind of look like Night of the Living
sorry.
Dead here,
Wanna
just
talk
like
about it?
standing
No,
around.
No, I'm fine. I don't want to think about it anymore.
It's okay. I still think about him too.
I said I'm fine. Leave me alone, June.
So is she what's his face, his husband? I don't know, but I did some building on the side. I didn't want you to have to sit through it all. Added a couple more power areas over here so that it powers up the entire house, or hotel as I'm calling it. Let me show you a little bit in the interior. Added a couple more pieces of furniture and beds in here. So we should have sleeping space for everyone, plus a couple more extra beds. Now that what I did effectively is added or took away the stairs in the middle because it was glitched and the people couldn't get up or down the stairs, and just added the outside entrance only. I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of simple. Not a whole lot of steel was used, and Strong likes it. He's in the corner. Let's add a little bit, another bed here, and I'll kind of show you the process. For these, I added the pre-structures that they have for you, the prefabs, but for some reason I didn't have a back to this one because I had the stairs there. So I'm just looking for a simple wall to put in the back to make this more of a room. And this one should do it. Awesome. So we'll need a bed. Wonder how our steel is doing, if we have enough. No, we just have 5. So fortunately we only need 4 for this one. Have a lot of cloth though. So we can't really build a whole lot more because we don't have any steel. But we can add this piece of furniture, and hopefully we can add a picture. In order to raise the settlers' happiness, add pictures, add furniture, things like that. They really like that. Which picture haven't we used? I'm using a different picture in all of them. So we got a couple of cats around. Let's add this picture of a nice little puppy. And there you go. We have our own hotel. There are 6 beds on each floor, and we have 2 floors. So it's pretty nice. The max, took the door with me. The max amount of settlers that you can have in this community is 21. I do want to see if I can add a light to this pole, but we don't have steel right now, so we'll have to come back to it. Unless we took down that mailbox or something, but maybe we'll do that in another episode. And Marcy is in my bed. Let me show you how to fix this. You can command her to sleep in an assigned bed, so she no longer will sleep in your bed. So if you go to your hotel or in your build mode, you can assign her to this bed that we just built. So she should not sleep in our bed anymore, and hopefully we've taken care of that problem. Unless another person comes in, and if they do, we'll just assign them to another bed we built. Problem solved. Alright, Marcy. Let's I know we all know you want to hook up with us. We all know that's why you're sleeping in the bed. You can just leave. I think we deserve a break, a sleep after that. Get the well-rested perk, which will boost our XP. So when we can, let's take advantage of that. So usually this is where I would stop the video, but because this is a special 2-hour celebration video, let's go ahead and look to go do the next mission in our main storyline. Put on all of our armor. Just want to test, you can't put on armor on top of the Silver Shroud costume or Reginald's suit. Just good to know. But luckily we have our trusty Vault 111 outfit that we can put all this on top of. I feel like we're missing the left arm, so let's pick that up real quick. We really need to rename that to make this outfit almost complete. We just like the chest. Okay, just doing some inventory stuff right now. I'm actually going to do something different in the next video. Instead of doing a whole lot of this fast forward business through the inventory, I'm actually going to cut a lot of that out. Let me know what you think in the comment section if you want to keep that in or cut that out. Alright, feel like our inventory is good. We have a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff that we can start selling. I love our new sniper rifle. I think it's pretty awesome, and we're probably going to use that a whole lot coming up. I know there's been some requests to use more guns, and one of the things I'm going to try to do is use melee sparingly. I still want it to be our primary weapon, but I'm going to start transitioning a little bit more into the sniper rifle and shotgun area, especially since we have a whole lot of ammo for those guns, and we've upgraded both weapons a lot, a whole lot. Got 75% happiness, which I feel good about, and 60 over at our other settlement that we have. So I'm going to turn on all the quests just to make sure that we can see them on a map where we need to go. But our next objective is to continue on in the main storyline. So that's all Diamond City. There's a couple of things we like there. But if you see follow the Freedom Trail, right above it is this one right here. Find Nick Valentine. And if you remember from a couple of videos back, that was what we needed to do as far as the main storyline. So we just cleared out Hubris Comics, and let's make our way up a couple of streets, I guess a block or two, to where we need to go. Just gonna get all the rest of the quest off our map so that we know clearly where we need to go. As I said, you know, every time we go down these streets at this level, it's really dangerous just because, you know, we're fairly low level and we're coming against a lot of enemies right here in a row. So if you hear the clicking in the background, that's me trying to hit VATS to see if we can find any enemies. Oh, the Silver Shroud radio. Awesome. When we went to Hubris Comics, we saw a couple of posters for this radio station.
That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, a slaying in Scully Square.
If I'm not mistaken, there's 20 different Silver Shroud episodes, and you can listen to all of them just by going through and playing the game, listening to this radio station. It's really cool, really cool. Now, in the Boston Common, right here, straight ahead, if I'm not mistaken, there's a bobblehead in there, and there's also a really large enemy that we'll take on later on. So this takes us to
Hand him over.
the
Now.
Park Street station
Coulda made us,
where
that's
we need to
why.
go
You wanna
for
spend another
this
stretch of the
quest.
pokey? Now,
Let's try.
Let's see what's
Let's
in
put
this
on our sniper rifle and turn off the radio because there's some big time enemies in here.
I'm telling you, joining Skinny Malone's crew was the best decision we've ever made. Look at this place.
I still say Malone's weak. We caught that detective snooping around, and what does he do? Locks him up. Like he ain't got the balls to just kill him.
Well, don't let his new girl hear that. She'll start swinging that bat of hers at your face until there ain't no face left.
These Triggermen are fierce. They've got a submachine gun, and if you don't have a lot of defense like we have, you're gonna get taken out pretty quickly. So I would suggest taking them on from a distance if possible.
He's here for the detective.
Or having a companion like Strong, that really helps. He'll just barge in and take them on head on. Or get in the way of the door that we need to use to snipe.
I can't see.
Alright, we need to heal up real quick before taking out the rest of them. Have a lot of Stimpacks still that we can sell. It's crazy to think that we're actually going to sell those. Let's try out the Psycho Jet. Slows time for us and actually increases our damage and damage resistance. Pretty handy. And you can sell it for a lot of money, as we saw previously in this video. Is that all of them? I think so. I love the sword. And once we get a couple more perks, we can electrify it. That will be so cool. Bunch of fedoras, bunch of suits. At some point I want to show you all the different suits and stuff we pick up. Don't know what we got but in here, but let's get a gun ready just in case. Let's quick save. Always remember to quick save, especially going through a new area that you're not familiar with. Oh crap, there's a grenade. Some bubble gum on the toilet seat. Alright, let's just make sure there's nobody else out here that would sneak up on us. If I'm not mistaken, we're getting closer to the Master Lockpick perk. Of course, Strong disliked that. Really makes it difficult to like get that perk with Strong because he dislikes so much. Especially like picking a lock, which you need to do. He dislikes that. If I'm not mistaken, I've read Strong is the hardest companion to get to like build a relationship with that you need to get for getting that perk that he has. So I'm gonna get him first just to make sure that I'll allot more time for him because I want to get all the companion perks too. If we're gonna play this game 100%, I want to do everything. Purchase tickets. Function terminated. Terminal shut down. Okay, so you can no longer purchase subway tokens. Employee notice. This station will be closing because of an agreement with Vault Tech. Okay. Like I do in most of these walkthroughs, I generally will kill everything first and then come back and loot it. Especially since we don't have a whole lot of inventory space to carry everything right now. Those hot plates will give you a lot of good stuff. I think they even give you copper. So that's really important if you're going to build a lot of power stations and lights, things like that. Some moldy food, which almost has more rads than it does HP. It's kind of useless, but we'll pick it up. Fuel can. I think you get some oil for that. Of course, the metal too. And this bucket was just on the seat. I guess they needed another commode, so they made that. It's pretty gross. And we picked it up for our inventory. I don't see how we get some disease like foot and mouth disease or something awful. We're just going to pick up a plunger and hope that it doesn't have awful stuff on it. Alright, let's make our way down. Got the green arrow in front of us, which shows us where the direction of our main quest is. But I have a feeling that we're about to walk into a lot of enemies. So instead of having the sword out, I want to get the shotgun quick and ready. First time I came through here, I set that trap off and blew myself up. So always look for these traps, like this mine, this bottle cap mine to your left here. Really easy to miss. I'm liking the sniper already. I shot him in the balls. That should be a one-hit kill. And the leg, the foot. It's a one-hit kill with this weapon. Good deal. So I guess we hit the column right in front of him. Didn't do any damage. Throw a Molotov. I love the explosives in this game. Just love them.
You hit like a rat roach.
There we go. Little celebration power punch. See, I guess we need to heal up before going any further. Also, probably a quick save real quick, just in case we die. Alright, good deal. I hear a couple more people.
Where'd you go?
So I think for the next video, I'm going to attempt to do the Silver Shroud quest line and try to get all of the parts to the Silver Shroud on one episode. So it would be an extremely long episode, but it'll be my Christmas present to you viewers. So thanks for watching.
Ooh, I gotta loosen up. I got the faces.
This is so much better than just running in and getting clacked. I'm not going to do away with melee, but this will help us conserve our food that we made and make it a lot easier for us. I still want the shish kebab though. I love that one in Fallout 3. I know it's not extremely powerful, but I love the shish kebab. And the super sledge. That is a cool weapon. These guys have like extremely accurate gunfire. They're hitting us at this tiny window. Even crouching, they're getting us. I think there's a couple more upgrades we can still do for the sniper rifle. So it's not completely maxed out yet. But the gun nut perk actually comes in handy.
Sneaky, sneaky. Can't sneak from strong forever.
Sneaky. Let's see if we can somehow go in with the sword and get them.
Bleed and die.
Maybe not. Of course, if you get behind an object like this column, you can poke your head out for a sniper shot or something like that. There we go. Good old classic melee.
No one can beat strong.
I like it because I don't see a lot of melee players, especially in survival difficulty. So I think that's something unique that I can offer. Gotta love that purified water, and we should be collecting a whole lot of it in our workshop since we have the water purifier at Sanctuary Hills. In my other build, I maxed out agility and endurance, and then I thought it was going to be a really cool character, but I shot myself in the foot with it because I needed more charisma. There was so much deficits, and what I like about this build is everything's pretty even. If you look at our special perks, the only two that I wish I had a little bit more maxed out were luck, and I think agility is one that we need a little bit more on, but really happy with, you know, kind of how everything is fairly even, and we have a buttload of strength that we have to work with, so that's always helpful. For my next build, for my next like building episode, I'm gonna work a little bit more on our house in Sanctuary Hills.
What?
Plus, we're really getting close to having the ability to build shops and things like that. So we'll hopefully have a little bit more income coming in that we can play around with once we build shops and things like that. Of course, you have to put an investment into it, whether it's 500, 1,000, things like that, to have a shop. So that's something to keep in mind. Fortunately, Strong is a really good pack mule and can carry a lot of stuff. So a little bit of inventory maintenance before we go further. I really want to get some action with the Grognak's axe on film too. So I'm going to try to get that on camera. There's just so much we can do in this game, and fortunately for us, we have a lot of places to go. This isn't like a short game by any means. So, and I'm in it for the long haul. I'm going to complete this series, but I'm going to definitely try to speed things up. Right now I'm getting 2 hours a week, and I'm hoping to increase that by filming a little bit differently. Right now it's taking me a lot longer because I'm doing commentary post live, and after I play it live I do the commentary and then edit everything. But I already have a couple episodes in the tank for playing it live, and it's going to speed up things a lot, hopefully. Gotta take all the sweet rolls you can. The triggermen all look burnt. I don't know if that's like they're all like part ghoul or something, but whenever I take all their stuff, they look a little burnt or something. Good deal. I think we've gotten everything. We'll go around eventually and make sure, but this looks pretty searched, pretty free of enemies and things like that. Couple more boxes though.
Yes.
Death Claw Hide. That'll come in handy. And Strong disliked that. Somehow I'm gonna get Strong with me long enough for him to like us. And I guess my strategy with that is to just go through these areas with a lot of enemies and us kill a lot of enemies, and hopefully he'll like that. So
That's it.
what's down this area? Let's quick save real quick. Is there anything? Oh, good thing I saw that tripwire. Could be another one. Yeah, a laser rifle, another trap. Must be something pretty important down here. Paint cans, dirty water. Nothing too valuable. Let's see what's in the safe.
Nice.
Hey, always could use more frag grenades. Doing the fat walk right now. Alright, Strong, carry some more stuff for me.
Hey.
What?
He's probably getting pretty full himself, though. Laser rifle. Some submachine guns, they're pretty heavy. Battered fedora. Such cool attire. Subway tokens and whatnot. Let's get him to take all this junk. If you can. Alright, good deal. Good deal. Let's move forward. We are entering the area right before Vault 114, so those of you who have patiently waited for us to go back to a vault, any vault, we're about to do that right now. But because of that, there are a lot of enemies upcoming. Let's see what's on this terminal. Looks like the same stuff that was on that terminal we already saw. Just wanted to check it though. I'll use more toothpaste. I'm gonna put that in my home. I think I found a couple of toothbrushes too. Just to make it a little bit more RPG. Have some toothpaste and toothbrushes at the house. So we got the name Skinny Malone. That's one of the people that we heard of right when we came in. This must be his joint. We'll take him out. And he must have gotten Nick Valentine and held him hostage. Don't see anybody down there. Guarantee you someone's around this corner. There has to be. No? Okay, I see a couple people in the distance. I'm gonna go a little bit further and get a better shot. Or hide or something. Gotta get it out of the area so we can get that sneak attack. Turn the light off. Alright, maybe we can get a headshot here. Good deal, good deal. We're still doing double the damage, but once we get a couple more perks, like the ninja perk and the sneak perk,
Out there,
we can increase that.
somewhere.
I love this type of gameplay. Like, sniper rifle is my bread and butter. That's the way I normally play, but I wanted to experiment with melee.
Come out wherever you are.
I think after going through Trinity Tower, I clearly understood that in order for us to continue down this far in the map, good job, Strong, that we needed to do something drastic. Ah, Strong, get out of the way.
Humans should fight with Strong more. Good
Yes,
team.
we do make a good team if you're not in the way.
Cannot need things we take.
I think Strong is looking for the milk of peace or something. I don't know what that means. But we did find a Nuka-Cola Quantum. We're always collecting that. Oil canister. I mean, there's some fairly useful stuff down here. We definitely will have to make a couple of trips. Or maybe one more trip to get everything. But remember, this is just a preamble to another whole section with Vault 114 up ahead. Let's make sure we got everyone. Some good old soap. Don't know what that will break down into. Random area. One time I hope to find something in the bucket of these. Just like a hidden something rewards you for looking everywhere. I do need to put that trifold American flag back in our house on a shelf or something. Alright. Looks like all we lack is to go through that back door we found back there and pick up these bags of cement, and we'll be ready to go in. Man, those bags of cement are really heavy. Really will weigh you down, but they're helpful. Especially when we find a couple more settlements and we want to build some concrete walls instead of wood or metal walls. Alright, just doing some spot checking back here. There's a door to our left that we want to go down. We'll see what it has to offer. A couple more bags of cement. Good deal. It's a quick save. Don't know what's down here. Man, we're carrying a lot of heavy stuff. A lot of stuff. Oh. Back Bay? Let's try that out. Discovered Vault 114. Okay, so I guess this is street level. Good to know. We'll know to access Vault 114 and this little area by going down that little sewer entrance. Seems like it would be really easy to miss on surface level. All right, let's enter Vault 114. I think we've pretty clearly cleaned out this whole area. I'm digging my little military hat. I think I'm about to change to a more general type get up, like military fatigues, maybe an army helmet, something like that. First time I came to this area, I was so confused about how to get into the vault. I had clearly forgotten that you have to use your Pip-Boy to get in. We'll call back to when we exited Vault 111. Make sure we have everything the way we need it. I'm actually going to go through this area with Reginald's suit and kind of a chemist charisma build. I wouldn't recommend that. You know, I think my thought was I definitely want to succeed in any speech challenges, but you really won't have to until the very end of this. So if you're just playing this and you're following along, definitely wear your like heavy armor, stuff like that. Also was experimenting with some great mentats and things like that. Okay. How much more can he carry? He is surely about to... Yep, that's it. That's all that he can carry. So we're getting pretty close to capacity. Looks like nobody's ahead. Probably in that door right ahead. So need to be careful.
I hate it when they open the door.
I hear him.
Why is that thing so loud? What?
Let's get our sword out.
How know where your plans are.
That charged attack is so helpful.
Come on!
There you go. Come on, Strong.
I win again.
You just have to be really careful doing a melee type character. If you're going to do melee, you gotta wear the power armor, and that's a lesson I need to learn. Salisbury steak, vegetable soup. Awesome, I'm glad we made that.
Dead not need things, we take.
Phew, how are we carrying all of this? For real. Alright, what's behind door number 1? Let's come back to it. That seems like the way that we need to go. Always open these to give you some XP. Come on. Sometimes these are a pain in the butt, and this is just a novice one.
Yes.
There is a perk, or it might be a magazine or something, that you can actually not break your bobby pin. That would be kind of interesting. Very helpful for sure. It's a couple of random. I thought that was like a coolant cap, like we saw at Corvega, but it wasn't. Just part of the floor. I gotta make sure to get the, what is it, Jangles, the moon monkey, out of our workshop so we don't scrap it. Got some Vault 114 jumpsuits. Should I make all the settlers at Sanctuary Hills wear that for some reason? Have them all like a uniform. Alright, welcome employees. After many months of preliminary construction, we are pleased to welcome new members of the technical and scientific staff to the newest addition to the Vault Tech family, Vault 114. Staff science only. As mentioned in your briefing, Vault 114 will host high-ranking members of the local and state government, local luminaries, business people, and their families. Future members are not aware that they would be. So this vault was mainly just for high-ranking members of the community and things like that. So, all right, let's move forward. Won't be able to collect a whole lot of stuff because we're so over encumbered already. Can you get back there? Somehow? I don't think so. Still haven't heard from anyone whether or not Corvega can be cleared. It's really interesting to me to have areas that can't be cleared or anything like that. Because as the completionist, I want to clear everything. Am I down here? Hello?
So I got a question. Why the hell would anyone build a vault out of a subway station? This place is like the opposite of airtight.
Because they weren't planning to use it, you moron. We used to pull this kind of gun all the time back before the war. Get a bunch of union boys to work some construction job that would go nowhere. Keep it.
Alright, so their conversation kind of shed some light on Vault 114.
Who's there?
This vault wasn't one that they were going to use. A little interesting tidbit for 114. Man, I love this sword. It is so cool, and it's probably one of the better looking melee weapons in the game. Especially once we get the like an electrified mod to it. The thing is going to be awesome. You can get the Chinese officer sword too. I don't think you can upgrade it higher than what we currently have with General Chalice, but we'll find that too at some point. Maybe wish they made like a display case. Maybe there's a mod out there that I can get that you can put a display case in your house and display all your weapons and stuff. That would be really cool. If worst comes to worst, we can just drop them and move them around ourselves on a table or something like that. Well, this guy was dead. I remember. Oh, this is the guy we one-shotted, headshot. Good deal. We'll just have to remember to come back and get those bags of cement. Quick save real quick, going into a new area. Alright. Sniper should be best. Turn that light off so we don't get seen. Oh, missed. You can't miss. Come on. If you're gonna be a sniper, you can't miss. Kind of ruins the element. Good shot. Come on. Are we close to leveling up? Hope so. Alright, let's get this guy. Thank you, Strong, for just standing right in the middle and being the
Splatter your brain.
the guy we need to distract everyone. It's a long toss. Almost like a football field's length. Man, this guy doesn't carry his own fire. He's gonna charge in.
Strong gonna kill you. Get wounded.
Ah, crap. We hit Strong. That's not gonna go for our relationship. Not that you can have a relationship with them. It's just you want them to like you to get that perk. Never did drink that dirty Wastelander. Just now realized that. Man, we're running so low on edibles. Get those purified water. That's always helpful. I love that charge attack. It looks awesome and it does a lot of damage. Anybody left?
Dead not need things. We take.
Do a little bit of searching, but I think we'll have to just cram all of the heavy stuff into this dude. We'll stuff him like a turkey, come back and pick him up. I don't know how. Maybe like he had a gunshot wound and we're just storing all this stuff in his body. That's pretty gross. He's our, I don't know, maybe we could just carry him around on our back and he'll be our luggage. What else can he hold? Some of these submachine guns. There you go. Good deal. Good deal. Somebody's in here. Thoughts? I don't see him yet. They're not coming up on the map. Wait, somebody's down there. Where is he? Ah. So tempted to loot everything. Dang it. I guess I will. He can have his submachine gun. We've got a bunch of that stuff. Where is this guy? He should just be right down there. Maybe we can go the back way and surprise him. Man, I can't wait for Major Schlack to start his Fallout 4 walkthrough. He always has some really good insight and good stuff. Okay, I guess he's behind this door. Didn't see him. Still don't see him. Where is this guy? Well, there's Strong. End up shooting Strong so much, at least in Trinity Tower. I think shot him a lot. Surprised he even follows us still. Okay, so just go in. Definitely do a quick save. Hello? Where's that voice coming from? You know? Pick up that pre-war money. I just feel like someday we're gonna be able to use it. Probably never, but you know. Keeping it anyway. What's down here? A little leery to jump down there. don't see a way to get back up. But I guess we'll have to. We'll see what's down here. Geronimo! Anybody? Hello? Man, I love that sneak damage. 3%. 3 times higher when you sneak and do a melee attack. How cool is that? Sweet. Found Vault 114. And I guess that guy was the only one talking. Alright, what's in here? What is in here? Sliding door. Oh, I see somebody. Dino. Have we heard anything about Dino? He's pretty strong. He took a headshot and didn't die. Nope, that was a bad shot. Where'd Dino go? Dino!
Strong must be here.
Come on, he sees me. I'm in danger, obviously. There he is. There he is. Let's try the shotgun out.
Let's play.
This shotgun does some residual damage. It takes a little bit to kill him. I like that. Wonder what mod makes that work, where it slowly kills him instead of just instant kill. Maybe it's the front part, not the compressor, but that weird thing we put on the front.
Hey, you!
Hey, Nick Valentine.
I know who you are, but we got 3 minutes before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming back. Get this door open.
Awesome. Let's heal up before going in there. I feel like we should tape some great mentats just in case. I feel like we need to do like a speech challenge. Something. I feel like it's coming. Of course, you can make those great mentats at your chemistry station. Look what I see, a bobblehead.
Ah, my knight in shining armor. Question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb for an old private eye.
It's complicated.
I need you to find someone, but it's complicated. I don't exactly know where they could be or how long they've been gone.
Well, I've done jobs with less. Somehow nice and simple never makes it onto the menu in my world. I've been cooped up in here for weeks. Turns out the runaway daughter I came here to find wasn't kidnapped. She's Skinny Malone's new flame. And she's got a mean streak. Anyway, you got troubles, and I'm glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk.
Good deal. I guess Valentine is a synth. Alright, all vendors have permanently 100 more caps. Good deal.
Malone's crew here used to be small time. Muscled out of the old neighborhood by bigger players. So they found this place. Don't know what happened to the previous owners, but they're not exactly around to charge rent. An empty vault. Perfect hideout.
Alright, so I guess at some point we're going to find the Skinny Malone. His main purpose for coming here was to find a runaway. And she's evidently Skinny Malone's girlfriend or something. No, this isn't the way we need to go. Is it? I don't see how you get up here. Wait, where's Nick Valentine? Did he follow us? No. Dang it. Pay attention, Dave. Okay. Where is he? I see his little green tracker. Oh, there he is.
Hold up. I hear some of them coming. There they are. How do you want to play this?
I think we're going to take him out by sniper. I love the sniper.
Why does that take so fucking long, huh? Hey, Dino, quit razzing that detective and get down here. I'll fight.
Someone there? Strong, find you.
He was trying to find Dino. We just took out Dino.
Couldn't stay away, huh? I'm seeing red. Stop hiding.
Still haven't used VATS,
Nice.
if I'm not mistaken, the entire game, and no Stimpacks, so I feel really good about that. Normally I really rely on on those two playing the game. So when you're playing melee with no VATS, no Stimpacks on survival difficulty, it's pretty challenging, to say the least. But I've enjoyed it so far, really have.
Did not need things. We
Alright, got a couple more 10mm rounds.
Loud, huh? Well, gets the job done. Bad for whoever cleans up the floor.
Hard and loud, that's the way we go.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open. Almost got it. There we are. Hell of a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side.
I really want that fedora and jacket he's wearing. It looks cool.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Time to die!
I was trying to block him. For some reason the block doesn't last too long on this sword. Or on most of the weapons I found. Can't just hold, block, and parry. Somehow we just have 26 bobblehead or bobby pins left.
This place. Run away like cowards, afraid of straw.
Somebody in here? Yeah, in the corner.
Okay. Not bad.
Awesome.
You and Valentine are both dead.
See, 4 guys in here. And we're still wearing Reginald's suit, so we don't have a lot of armor. I'll just let them do the heavy lifting. Why not?
When I thought we were getting
It's nice having 2 companions. I wish you could do that
playing hide and seek.
without a mod or anything. Even if I wanted to, they're in the way. I don't think I could shoot them. But might as well save the ammo. So this is more like a escort mission.
More stairs.
Trying to get Nick Valentine out of here.
Fitness instructor.
Well, feed my foe pup.
How did they not shoot Nick Valentine before I came running in there? See, 4 hits. Still not the perfect melee weapon. But I think in order to effectively be a melee character, you have to build up your damage resistance. You have to, so that you're not always having to rely on the power armor. But it's a fun way to play. I like it. It's definitely dangerous, for sure. What's behind this door? Oh, come on. Good deal, good deal.
Sweet.
Just some pictures. Oh, I found another tuxedo. I miss our tux. I really do.
No way I could pick this.
I'll have to remember to come back when I have the master lock picking skill. Alright.
Skinny Malone and the rest of his boys are waiting for us somewhere. The name's, ironic, but don't let that fool you. He's dangerous.
Skinny Malone
Another
is...
locked door.
His name's ironic. I guess he's a plump dude or something. Let's heal up again. And take a great mentat, which hopefully this time it'll be worth it.
But I hear big fat footsteps on the other side. Once we step through this door, get ready for anything.
Alright, I'm ready. Let's do this, Nick.
If it weren't for your two-timing dame, Skinny, you ought to tell her to write home more often.
Alright. Do we have everything right? We took our great mentat. Let's heal up just in case this leads to big time fight. And some instant match.
Huh? Ashamed you got beat up by a girl? I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should've left it alone, Nikki. This ain't the old neighborhood. In this vault, I'm king of the castle. You hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down now that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about the
old times.
Darla, I'm handling this. Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
Oh, yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh? Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out.
Skinny's no good for you, Darla. You put a bullet in him, and I just might let you go.
Wow.
Wow, I can't believe that worked.
You're a bad boy, ain't you? Sorry, babe. But this is the end for us. And for you.
You double-crossing Maul. Teach me to fall for a great set of legs. I'll make this quick.
So that's the reason for the great men's hats. There's a couple of different options there. Oh crap. Did I just kill myself? Just crippled one of my legs and arms. You can't take a stim pack. Crap. Alright. So there was just a couple of different options. One is you can convince her to leave Skinny Malone, and she walks off, and actually because of that you don't have to fight Skinny Malone, you could just leave. Or you could do this option where you have to fight everyone. I think this is a better option because you don't want to leave Skinny Malone out in the Capital Wasteland. You want to take care of him. And what a more appropriate way than with General Child's revenge. Alright, Skinny Malone. It was like a slasher film. That was awful.
I think he's lighter or heavier with all those
all the fat jokes.
bullets probably add a few ounces.
We'll take his tuxedo. We'll take everything.
Here's to all the old days.
Good night, sweet prince.
Conversation with Darla's parents when I tell them their daughter bit the big one. Well, at least the case is closed. Let's get out of here. There's a service ladder that should take us right to the surface.
Poor Darla. She got into the wrong crowd. But that's what happens. I think we accidentally killed her with our Molotov. But if you don't have that grenade or something ready to go, you get tore up. The triggermen will just shoot the crap out of you with their submachine guns. And you die like pretty much instantly at our level. Alright, we're going to that back entrance.
Look at that commonwealth sky. Never thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Your secretary, Ellie, she sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise. Now, you mentioned something about a missing person. No trace of where they've gone. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
I like Nick Valentine. I think he's a cool character in the game, and eventually you can get him as a companion. Probably one of the better companions. Alright, so we got a level. What are we going to use it on? I think because we're into modding our weapons right now, we don't have the requirements from the local leader perk, or for that matter, many other perks. Let's put it in something that we can mod, and I think gun nut is probably the most appropriate thing that we can use, because I want to mod up even more our sniper and shotgun, since we're heading that way in our gameplay. So we'll travel back to see Nick Valentine and Diamond City a little bit later on. There's another thing I want to do after, you know, building up this settlement a little bit, and that's to show you a complete walkthrough and gameplay of the Silver Shroud missions, which is my favorite in the game.
Strong carrying for human.
Alright, I'm taking it all. Prepare yourself to see Strong in his whitey tighties.
Too weak to carry everything.
Yeah, I want you to see how cool the Silver Shroud mission is. In my opinion, I think it's the best in the game. It makes you keep coming back for the Fallout series if you needed another reason. But my plan is to show you all of the missions in one big episode, and that's my Christmas present for you viewers. Thank you so much for watching. Let's talk to Mama Murphy and see what she has for us. I feel bad for giving us all these chems. All these
Mama
chems.
Murphy.
You need the sight? It's telling me Mentats will give us the right high for another insight into your destiny.
All right, Mama Murphy.
Here you go.
Ah, that's it. I can feel the sight opening up. You're walking into a sea, but it's not water you're afraid of drowning in. It's something invisible, but radiant. It burns everything in it. But no, I can feel them. There's people calling out to something, chanting. They can show you the way, but they're so hard to read. Be careful around them, kid. Don't mind me, kid. The chems are just acting up a bit. I'll be fine, eventually.
Oh man, that vision sounds messed up.
Oh man taught me that duct tape could fix anything.
Talking
I
loud
was talking
noises.
about bullet holes.
Alright, so I'm going to dump off this stuff real quick. As you can see, we have a bunch and a bunch of stuff. So when we go to start, when we earn all the things we need to do to start reselling, we have a lot of stuff at our disposal. But, we just gave a chem to Mama Murphy, and I want to warn you to be really careful in what chems you give to her. Because when you start giving her more and more chems, you run the risk of killing her, honestly. So let's put the 4th bobblehead in our bobblehead holder. That is so cool. I love that we're getting a lot of bobbleheads early on in this walkthrough. Maybe we can cook up some stuff, mod our weapons, and call it a video. What do you think? Got some squirrel bits. Definitely use more healing things, because we're running out quickly. Alright, we can make a noodle cup. No vegetable starch, but we can make some purified water. You know, a dirty wastelander actually requires a Nuka-Cola? It's kind of interesting for all you Nuka-Cola fans. Maybe you can make your own dirty wastelander. Okay, we don't have the second blacksmith perk or science yet, so we'll have to wait a little bit for General Child's revenge, but maybe do a little bit more with the sniper rifle. This calibrated powerful receiver looks really good. Superior damage, better critical shot damage. And there's just 2 more. We gotta get the 3rd gun nut perk, and we can start using 50 millimeter shots. Millimeter? That's not right. Alright, add a better magazine round. Is that right? 50 millimeter? For some reason that doesn't sound right to me right now. It probably is, but I just can't. Alright, so I really want the long night vision scope at some point, but at least we have the long scope. But gotta invest another perk in gun nuts and science. I think science would be a really good one to get next. What does muzzle brake? Exceptional recoil. What else? Don't have that. Better shot recoil and increased damage, or inferior range. I don't know. This compensator looks good. Let's get that. What can we do with the shotgun? Man, that thing looks awesome. Let's rename that to something. Just trying to be witty. I don't really have a good name for it. What can we say? Like long, what? Long schlong. No, I misspelled it. That doesn't look right. What about something phallic? Long dong silver? I don't know. That's dumb. All my weapons have some weird penis-related name. I don't know why. Spiked muzzle brake. Okay. Oh, that's the reason our shotgun does kills them slowly. It's a wounding, powerful shotgun, so it does targets bleed for 20 points, 25 points. That makes sense. I love a long, full stock shotgun. I think it looks really cool. Should we put that on there? Might as well. And then spiked muzzle brake. This shotgun is going to be super powerful. Hey, I really appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment, subscribe. Thank you all of you that have given a thumbs up, and watch out for a super long video for the next one. Thanks for watching.